Hello everybody, welcome back to Filament. Last time we discovered the third floor up here, which I managed to miraculously miss on my first few go-arounds of the station. So, let's see about any places we have not attempted puzzles yet. This looks like one of them. Interesting. So, minty green. Morphs oh no. Minty green plus vine green allows you to go on the striped pillar. Okay. Can I do this? I can indeed. Then what do we have? This feels too simple. Oh, gross. So I have a mix, and then I use it, and then I make a new mix, and then I use that as well. Okay. I understand. So I feel like this is going to be a lot of diagonals. But otherwise not too complicated. Okay, so this is 3 of each of the base colors, which is interesting. So can I do... Oh, do they have to be even? Is it going to be 2 of each? And then this. And then one of these, except I can't get tension around that last one. But I understand the premise. I probably could have just reset for how far back that was. How am I going to get tension along the bottom of here when it's in a corner? I might have to do that last. Can't be this, because I can never get to the center one this way. Could be this. Perhaps. No, that's too sharp. So this feels like a certainty. And I can't... Oh, I could do that. Is that 2 of each? No, that's 3 of one. Well then... But then I cut out the middle one again. That's no good. That seems better. How am I doing? Probably going around this way. Ah, you're joking. That one rope makes that too tight an angle, does it? One extra rope. I feel like the ropes shouldn't have thickness. But that's just me, I guess. Well, I can actually just do an extra long pass around the back. Excellent.
So, during the journey over here, something small collided with the hull. Due to the fact that we were all sound asleep at the time, we can't know for sure what the cause was, but the damage seemed minimal. We were lucky. It could have been worse. Still, we figured the best course of action was to schedule a spacewalk to address the issue. As our only engineer, Marmalade didn't have much of a choice about whether or not to go outside. We have a buddy system in place, and he asked me to spot him. I've done my fair share of spacewalks. I knew what to expect. Marmalade, though, he was nervous. I could see him shaking while we suited up. It went okay at first. I did what I could to reassure him, and I thought he was holding in there. Then he almost got himself killed.
Does not sound like a very fun spacewalk. Don't like that right-hand side for starting. But this group of four here, the four turquoise ones, seem very much on that lower left corner, whereas these four here all very much seem on that right hand side. And so how we're gonna mitigate how close all of that stuff is to one another. Well, we can do 4. However, I now cannot get tension around that. Well, maybe I can. Can I squeeze in this gap? Oh, don't do this to me. Because then I could have come all the way down to here if I'd have used that last one. Okay, can I use one fewer in this path? Right, well, we're trying something completely different, and that's fine. Not going to let me through there. So I'll just use that one instead. So that is 1 and 1 finished, and then I have to use all of the rest. I'm worried about the one that is part of the wall. And how I'm going to get tension on it. Yeah, that's not ideal, is it? I'm short this piece. I feel like I'm going to need to come down from here somewhere. You know what? Let's keep exploring for a bit. There's still probably lots I have not seen up on this top floor. Like whatever this is. Oh. How do you know? Just you touch it and you find out? As part of a pair guessing game? Or is it always the top one on a red band and the bottom one on a yellow band? Top one on a red band, bottom one on a yellow band, top one on a red band. Bottom, top, top, bottom, top. Ah, now you've gone and done it, haven't you? I guess they never said I couldn't go through the centers, right? So what did we just said it was? Reds are tops. Top, top. That bottom's tricky. Can I get it from this way in any way? Yes. Yes. Nice.
Unfortunately, Marmalade's accident was somewhat in vain. Not long after we arrived, I noticed the ship started to slip into a decaying orbit. It seemed likely that it was the result of the damage caused by the collision, so I was hopeful that our repairs would fix the problem. Not so. A few weeks later, it happened again. Then again. And again. Not a clue as to why. When I told Vermilion about it, he said it sounded like a car with its wheel alignment off. Whatever that means. Have you ever started to get anxious that you're overlooking an embarrassingly simple solution to a problem? I was there. At one point, I found some old comics that I stacked on a control panel. I almost had a heart attack when I realized what I'd done. It was a relief to find the ship was still drifting after I moved them. Well, you know, kind of.
Right, so orange tops, yellow bottoms. Don't know how I'm going to get tension around this, though. Or this, for that matter, when I'm approaching from this side. Like, that would be okay if I had done the top right one. Well, I can do this because it doesn't make contact with that line. Except it's orange tops, isn't it? So I need it to make contact with that line. Ah. Ow. Am I going to do that? Okay. If I leave the top left open, I can come all the way around here, but that still doesn't work. I bet I can't squeeze in there either. I cannot. I've got my hand mixed up between what button is what. You know what? We did 5 of the other puzzles, 5 of these puzzles. Let's go see if there's 5 more first puzzles somewhere. What's this? Oh, it's got colours and hexagons. This has a red light going to a pillar. This has a red light going to those pillars, but not the one in between. Oh, yes, it's this. I understand. Purple. If I do this, and then you mix colors onto that. Oh boy. Okay. So, red. Except how is this blue gonna not get the back one? Oh wait, I bet I can use me as an additional... Oh, I can't use me as an additional pillar. It's not allowed. Well, in that case then, I just do blue and blue at the bottom, and then red and red and red around the outside edge. That would do it.
I never did get to the bottom of why the ship was drifting the way it was.
Oh.
Not on my own, at least. Eventually, Canary either got sick of hearing about it, or began to get concerned that I was dropping the ball. She contacted the captain to ask for advice. Not what I would have done, but I got my answer. As it happens, it's a known issue in our model of ship. Crazy, right? More importantly, not my fault. The captain was great about it, too. She could have chewed me out for not reporting it sooner, but she didn't. You could always count on her for that, you know? Not really the iron fist type. A bit of kindness goes a long way. In the wake of Marmalade's accident, it was the captain that sanctioned the extra rations that allowed Canary to bake his birthday cake. She's a good egg.
I wonder where the... I can't swap while one of them is dead. That's annoying. I wonder where the last segment to this paper is, because I could hypothetically brute force it, but it seems like it would be a lot of fuss to do that. Is white just the 3 primary colors of light mixed together? Which these are not the 3 primary colors of light, but they're kind of trying to be quite close. At least I think they're not the 3 primary colors of light, are they? Now I'm questioning myself. No, they are, because it's green, because it's red, yellow, blue is the primary colors of pigments, and red, blue, green are the primary colors of light, I think. How am I going to get tension for all of these guys on this one thing? Well, if red can leave, or if green can leave, that'll be fine. What is this switchy looking thing? Red, blue, green for a white mixer. Throwing in all the new mechanics today. Oh god. Oh, I don't like the look of that. Oh Jesus. Okay. Okay. I can do this. Okay. That top one wants to be yellow. And it needs to mix 2 colors to do it. What 2 colors mix to make yellow? And is it green and blue? That makes cyan. Green and red makes yellow. Okay. Then green and blue makes cyan, so that one is going to need to have green in it. I need my blue guy on the other side of there, right? Oh, okay, okay. If we do that instead. How do I leave? Red, could you leave if I wanted to? Or if I do that way round, I can leave. Ah, that is quite the brain churner, isn't it? And this is the last one in the group, so it has to be worse, right? White, cyan. Why is green flashing so much? Don't know. They're just on standby, I guess. How is it that this middle one can be cyan? Oh, because I can have two things touch it, can't I? What made cyan? Green and blue? There might be like a cheat color code somewhere else in the room, but... How on earth? The bottom one wants to be white, but this is the only one that makes that color. Can't squeeze through there. I can't even remember what ones I wanted to be where. Hold on, give me 1 second. Right, I've offloaded the memory portion of this to the note in the top right corner of the screen. Cyan is green and blue. Because honestly, as a kid, I wasn't there trying to mix cyan paint. So this guy down here needs all three colors. And this guy wants one of each color to input. But not the middle one for red. So that's white, but I need green on the bottom. I need green in here somehow, which feels like a logistical nightmare. To leave some way of getting tension around that. Unless green goes first, but then if green goes first... here, how are blue and red gonna get there? You know? Green also has to touch this one. Red has to touch these two. Or one of those two. Has to touch the bottom one. Doesn't want to touch the middle one. This is a nightmare. Good grief. The anchor points don't really help, do they? Now, this guy here, it could be made like this. But is there any reason it couldn't be made like that? No. Okay. So that might be the trick. That tri-junction might not be 3 of 1, but might be 2 of 1 or 1 of 3 rather than 3 and 1. So that's certainly something to consider. So how... I need green and blue in the middle. And red on... It's red on this lower right one that seems to be the biggest trouble for me. Although, what if I do that? Oh, but now I need green on here. How? I have to have all 3 colours on this one because it's going to be white and it only has 1 lead. I can't see it at all. I'd like to get this one done today just because it's the last of 1 of 5. Ah. Can't be that because red touches the center. Could be this in some fashion, perhaps. But not really. We get the cyan, but we've missed the green at the top. I've missed green here. So from this I need blue in the center. But I don't see how these two can orbit around each other like that. No, my brain can't see it. And I'm going real cross-eyed. So we'll investigate that further another day. For now, thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.